So if you think the Edomites were looking like white people back then, or were Caucasians, this is some pretty overwhelming proof here of Aristobulus and Salome. Alright? So I think this has been put to bed once and for all. Oh, one more thing. Now there's some coins that are issued by the Agrippas, but they didn't have portraits of themselves on them. Earlier they would put portraits of emperors of Rome, like this here. This is a coin of Agrippa II from 86 CE, but this features a portrait of Emperor Vespasian, and on the back it has a Roman goddess. Even though this is called Agrippa II's coin, it's not his image. This is Vespasian right here. Okay, so that's something to take into consideration when you're doing research on these coins that were struck by the Agrippas. All right, and I think that's pretty much it. You know, let's look at these again. Look at Aristobulus, Edomite. See that? Like I said, you can stick a afro pickup in his hair. All right, and look at Salome, cornrows. All right, Caucasians weren't rocking cornrows back then. All right, let's look at Agrippa one more time. Okay, see that? See the features? Now let's go back and look at that fake coin. See, that looks nothing like Herod Agrippa. Okay, we also have to take this coin into consideration. This is another portrait of Herod Agrippa. It's kind of distorted. This looks like a picture of him when he's older. You can't get much detail in it. What's funny is he's wearing the laureate. You can see it's a headband, and you can see it hanging in the back. One brother who put up the video with the false image of an Agrippa with the Marcus Vespasianus Agrippa, that brother said that this Agrippa was wearing a kippah or a yarmulke. He didn't know what he saw here. Maybe he couldn't make out what he saw, but this is hair right here, and his hair looks curly from what I can see, but he's not wearing a yarmulke. Actually, those weren't even around back then amongst the Jews. That's a new custom that came much later. Like I said, that's clearly comes from a lack of research and a lack of study, and the ignorance that's displayed amongst Israel, you know, it's ridiculous. You know, some people really shouldn't even be trying to teach. They're just confusing other ignorant people. But if you do your research with an unbiased, from an unbiased perspective, you'll eventually get to the bottom of things. All right, so I have one more video on Esau coming up after this, and that'll be it on Esau. All right, with that, I'll say shalom.